Hey guys! Welcome back to the Hangover series. I'm sitting outside right now in the state of Nebraska on a porch with my friend, and her cat is watching us from the window, and we have some wine going on, and basically that. This is my first guest ever on the podcast, and I'm really excited. She's really scared, so everyone be nice. I can't take this serious. Okay. Everyone welcome Sam.
Hello. I know. I've known Erica for a very long time.
Yes. Wait, also off topic, but I forgot to tell you this story, but I was going to tell you this earlier. But I went to breakfast with my coworkers today, and I met them in person for this first time ever because we work virtually. And we were eating at this breakfast place, and this man at another table, randomly, like we're all chit-chatting, and this man at a table behind us goes, "Ah!" And we were all like, what the hell? And I thought like someone was having a heart attack or something and like died, or like something chaotic was happening. So we're like, oh my god. And we turned around, but he was actually telling us to shut up. That we were talking too loud. And everyone in the restaurant was like frozen. And now I'm like, should I just start doing that when I want people to be quiet? Just be like, "Ah!"
I think that's a very viable option.
Really?
You should.
Okay, so I want you to tell, or I can tell if you don't want to tell. But, so Sam and I met in middle school. I think we met in 6th grade, to be exact, because that's when middle school starts. But I don't remember how we, like, our first interaction.
Okay.
Do you remember?
Yes.
I'm scared.
I remember definitely. Erica was like a little shy girl, and she was like, "Can I sit with you?"
No.
At lunch, and she sat with us, and I remember, I had like a whole friend group because I was like a little baddie who had like all the friends in middle school, and then you sat with me, and then we became homies over time, and then you became the loudest person in the friend group. And then we had our drama.
Of course.
We had lots of drama throughout middle school, and we would like obnoxiously fight throughout the year.
Okay, I don't remember that at all, but I have trouble remembering a lot of things. But I actually, for my friends that didn't know me in middle school, I did actually used to be, well, I still am pretty shy. Until I'm comfortable, I'm like really shy and like scared. But that's crazy that I went up to you at lunch and was like, "Can I sit with you?"
Yeah, you
I'm
were
like, wow.
"Can I sit with you?"
Can I sit with you?
That's exactly what you said.
But then once I'm comfortable, they're like, "Wait, can you go back to being shy?" Like, meh, let's shut the fuck up.
My mom describes you as the loudest friend I've ever had in my friendships. Like everyone who I've invited over.
She said everyone that her mom has ever known, I'm the loudest one. Wow. Wow. Yeah, well, once I was comfortable in middle school, I do know that I used to wear stickers on my face every day. I think I was trying to be like unique or quirky. I like wanted attention, yet I didn't want attention. Because I was shy, yet like I didn't want to be shy. I wanted to be known. And I would wear crazy socks and stickers, and then I got in trouble for wearing stickers on my face. But Sam made me love 21 Pilots. We still listen to them like every single day.
Oh God.
I still listen to that album like randomly. We used to sit in front of the school and listen to them.
No, that was definitely my emo phase.
Was that emo?
It was definitely my little emo phase in the early 2014, 2015 era. So I would listen to 21 Pilots and Panic at the Disco.
So believe it or not, guys, I was emo once. Just kidding. Is that emo? Is that emo?
It is kind of emo.
Well, I did love Pierce the Veil and 21 Pilots and all that shit. And I still love them. And I just got to see Pierce the Veil at Lollapalooza this year. And I made my friends come with me to watch, obviously, King for a Day. Fear, that's like the only song I know. But it was really monumental. What was your favorite part of middle school?
My most memorable moment would probably be any time that I was either with you or with Raina. Hi, Raina. I would, we always had a great little time, and we would jump on your trampoline. Anything that we would do outside of school, I think.
School's crazy.
Loved Employee of the Month, or not Employee of the Student of the Week.
Did you ever win that?
No, okay, I won one Student of the Week award, and it was at the end of my 8th grade year, and it was like, oh, you're open-minded, good job, out of like all the people who would win it. And I was like, okay, fuck you guys. But yeah, I honestly can't think of anything else besides Pride time, when we would get detentions all the time. We'd get 1 hour fucking detentions.
Okay, well, before this story, I never got Student of the Week. I never got Student of the Hex Year. I never got it, and I'm still really sad about it to this day, and I bring it up at every family Christmas. Like, it's fucked. I never got it. Out of all 3 years, and every single... How many weeks are in a year? 56? 56 times 3 is what? Or are there 32 weeks? 56 weeks?
I don't remember.
Okay, well, if it's 56 weeks... 52, you're right. Times 3... Out of 156 weeks of my time being at that middle school, they never gave me Student of the Week. Ever. And I was a good student. I had straight A's, if I'm remembering correctly. I was a good student. And they never gave me it. They even gave these boys at our middle school once, groped us. They literally smacked our butts. Do you remember this?
I remember that.
Yeah, literally came up and smacked our booties. And all got suspended because obviously that's really inappropriate, and I think that's assault. And I'm glad they got suspended, but they should have got expelled, honestly. Yeah. If I was the principal, I would have expelled their asses. Yeah. But they got Student of the Week after that, and I didn't. That's all I have to say. I'm still salty about it, and I'm not going to be unsalty about it until I get Student of the Week in middle school. So we're going to have to go back in time. But one time, my mom's favorite story of us, actually, is the one and only time that I got an actual detention. And it was with you. With us two and this boy that everyone thought was really cute in middle school. He was, like, extremely cool at the time. Maybe he's still cool. I'm not really sure what he does. But he was the it boy in middle school. And apparently, we all had history class together. And we must have all sat next to each other, and we all put the same exact answers on our test. It was like a really dumb test, though. Like one of those, what did we have to read? Like geography? Like, you know those little magazines they would give us and would answer like 10 questions? It was that type of thing. And I guess we all put the same answers. But my mom says when the teacher called her to tell her why we had detention, he was like, these answers are like, they don't even make sense. Like the question's like, what river is this? And they put like, purple. like she said, it was just like question, like the answers made absolutely no sense, and we all had the same exact answers. And I do remember that detention because that was the first time I got in trouble at school. Well, in middle school, that was the first time I got in trouble, and we all had to retake the test together.
I don't remember that.
What? We had to stay after school, and we had to sit in his room, and he hated me, and we all retook the little test and
Maybe
probably
I
still
do.
failed.
I don't know. That sounds like a fever dream to me.
It was real. My mom loves to bring this up. I'm like, bruh.
Are you sure that was me?
It was you. My mom even says it was you. It was you, me, and him. I remember. Alrighty.
I'll take your word for it.
Actually, I remember everything about that classroom because, wait, okay. Also, well, now I'm getting off topic. But this guy that was the it boy, Sam, actually got to date him in middle school. He dated...
Ew, stop. He apparently brought it up one time and was like, ew, I dated her.
We hate him. Actually, we do kind of hate him.
He's... Honestly, whatever. Dude, live your life. Have fun with that. Bye.
He dated, like, everyone. Actually, at the time in middle school, he dated, like, literally everyone.
Yeah.
And I was pretty offended during the moment that he didn't date me. But when I post a picture of what I looked like in middle school, you guys are going to be like, well, Well,
Okay, stop. You were way cuter than me in middle school.
y'all are gonna see this picture of me and be like, bitch.
I was just a weird bitch with like a headband.
I wore stickers on my face with Halloween fuzzy socks. There was some kind of crazy sock going on every single day. No.
It's okay. It was in a cute way.
In a major side part. And I was so fucking loud. Once I got comfortable at that middle school, I run that shit.
I had a Vava Voom shirt that I wore on our anniversary.
Whose anniversary?
Wait, no, on Valentine's Day.
Whose anniversary?
I wore it on Valentine's Day.
Wait, we also had this Spanish teacher at middle school. I won't say his name, but we were obsessed with him. At least I was. And I used to bring him, he said that he loved Fruit Loops, and I used to bring Fruit Loops, like boxes of Fruit Loops, to his classroom before school would start.
One time I asked him if Christmas was just a national holiday or if it was like a worldwide holiday. And yeah, and then he got arrested 2 years later.
But I also had my first boyfriend ever in middle school. I dated this guy for literally one day, and he broke my heart, and I think that's why I am the way I am. Just kidding, but we dated. I don't know how he asked me out, but this is why middle schoolers should not have iPods, because this was just not necessary.
They should not have Kik accounts.
And they shouldn't have Kik. I think he broke up with me on Kik. I'm like obviously still hurt. He asked me out, I assume on Kik or maybe at school, and then I remember that he texted me later. I literally remember sitting in my room. I know exactly how my bedroom was laid out. This is how heartbroken this made me feel.
Oh my
And
I had no idea that you felt that way.
and he texted me and said, "Can I call you sexy?" And I was like, first of all, like my mom said I wasn't even allowed to have a boyfriend until I turned 16. Second of all, I've never heard that word before. I'm literally 11.
12.
So I said no. Like you can't. I don't know. Like I don't think you can call me that. Like I'd have to ask my mom. And he broke up with me immediately after I said no. He's like, okay, then we're done. And I remember crying. And being like, I didn't know if we're gonna have one. And then I think I went and told my mom, and she's like, well, what? Like, you're not even supposed to have a boyfriend. What do you mean you have a boyfriend? I'm like, Mom, I'm in love, okay? I'm literally having my first heartbreak right now. We need to go get ice cream. Okay, if you could go back to middle school and do one thing differently, I don't know what kind of question this is that I wrote down, but if you could go back to middle school and do one thing differently, what would you do? It can be anything. Like, would you have punched that girl in the face? We had a lot of fights at our middle school. That's why I just said that. But, like, people would literally fucking brawl out in the hallways. Beef, fight, punch each other. Like, girls would fight, boys would fight.
I think that personally I would have told more people off, I think. And I think I would have actually fought more with a lot of people. Because, like, you're in middle school, so it's like, whatever. Like, it's an equal rights, equal fights, you know. You can fight people. And then, yeah, I would have beat people's asses. And the thing is that I probably wouldn't have gotten... If I gotten suspended or expelled, whatever. I got suspended one time.
For what?
For the bomb. The bomb threat. Okay, so, a girl and I... Okay, because I had a homework assignment that was talking about, like, we had a reading project. So basically what I chose to read was the Titanic. I read about the Titanic, and basically it was like a stupid picture book. And so for my reading project, I brought in a bomb to signify, like, destruction. And early in the morning, while we were sitting around by the pit, this girl and I, we were, like, hanging out. We were, like, playing with, like, my fake grenade. Because I was like, haha, I got this grenade at the Dollar Tree for my reading assignment. And we rolled it over to the principal on accident. And then he suspended us. And he thought that we were trying to threaten. He said, admit to me, why you guys did this. And I was like, oh, we were just trying to like flirt. And he's like, no, really admit to me what you guys were trying to do. And I was like, I swear to God, we were just trying to flirt with like this one kid. And he was like, no, I think you were trying to send a message. And so he suspended us for a bomb threat for 3 days. So yeah,
I actually do remember this because we were all like, what the fuck? Where did Sam go and why did she do that? What do you mean? I didn't know she was like that. Wait, so you would have beat kids up?
I would have beaten kids up.
Honestly, let's go back to middle school tomorrow. I don't think they would let us in. But honestly, oh my gosh, wait, also off topic, but our middle school one time had bed bugs. Do you remember that? Mm-hmm. How could you not remember that, honestly? But we had bed bugs, and so we didn't have gym class for like 6 months. Yeah. Well, they cleaned it all up, and so we didn't do gym. We just played like cups for 6 months long. But that was insane. I'm honestly surprised. How are the bed bugs only in the locker room?
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know how bed bugs work. Okay, wait. Also in middle school, we would hang out at Sam's house like every single day of our lives. Sam introduced me to this thing that I still will eat to this day when I need when I need something really just comforting and just like that will remind me of child. Do you not?
No, I have recently.
Yeah, I still eat this too. So I remember the first time we were at her house and she was like, have you ever tried this concoction? I'm like, no. And it's rice. It's rice with rice with cheese and ranch. Rice with cheese and ranch. And I know that it sounds really so disgusting, but it's so good. How do you feel about it?
I still think it's great to this day because I went to Pepper Jack's and I had a rice bowl with ranch and cheese and shrimp, and it was amazing. And I thought about you.
I really had a crush on this boy in middle school once. And I remember we somehow gathered this man's number. I texted him probably so many weird things, but I think all he remembers me still to this day is that I told him we were eating that. And that he should try it. Yeah. I was really weird. Wait, do you think I'm weird?
Yes. I think that Erica is very weird to her core and pretends that she's not, but she definitely is. I feel like you try to have a little front, like, yeah, I play it cool, but, like, I think you're pretty fucking weird.
I feel like that's how my boyfriends feel. Everyone I've ever dated, actually, specifically, my most recent ex, or situationship, or whoever the fuck he was, I remember that he was like, wow, like, I would, like, do things, like, honestly, normal things, like, maybe get a little boogie going, maybe say something a little strange, like, I don't know. And he would always be like, wow, like, I didn't think you were like this. I'm like,
my first kiss story was at Vala's Pumpkin Patch when I was in 8th grade. And I went to Vala's with all my friends. Were you there?
no.
Okay.
I don't remember this.
Okay, Erica's not there.
Maybe I was there.
I don't remember, but I know that some people were there, and, like, it was, like, our friend group.
I feel like I was
And we went through the squeezy way. And I was like, oh, my God. I know. They don't have that anymore. But I was like, what a little adventure. That was so scary and, like, woo. And then we got out, and then he kissed me, and I was like, ooh. And I remember feeling so uncomfortable, and then he yelled at me because I told my friends about it, and I was like, you're creepy as fuck. I don't like you. And then I broke up with him over text at Vala's while he was waiting for a ride. So yeah, and then I actually had, like, my actual first boyfriend. So then I was like, okay, guys are okay.
My first kiss story is so awful that, like, you guys don't even want to know. Next question. So Sam and I also went to high school together, but we, like, didn't really hang out in high school. But then we rekindled our friendship. Do you want to talk about how we rekindled our friendship?
We rekindled our friendship because I was working at a place. I was serving, and she came in with her and her friend, and I almost was not gonna say hi because I haven't spoken to you since like basically middle school, so I was just like, oh my god, that's so awkward. But I did. I'm really happy that I actually went up to you.
Me too.
And I was just like, because I was like gonna have you guys as a table, and then I was like, I don't want them. But then I came up to you and I was like, hi. And so yeah, we went to Vegas together a couple months later. We went to Vegas. That was an experience. That was definitely a time because I feel like I was just like, oh my god, these girls are amazing, but they are so different from me. Like, we were all just so different. And I feel like I was going through a really weird time at that time. And I did really need friends, but I'm really happy that we became friends and we became close. Me too. Because it was just like a out of nowhere situation where I was like, I appreciate this. I feel like we have both grown so much since middle school, obviously. But I'm just saying, like, in the way where we interact, I feel like we fought a lot, we like clashed a lot when we were in like middle school, or when we were younger, like in freshmen and stuff in high school. But like growing out of that, I think that we have come together and just definitely like genuinely enjoyed a lot of our differences.
But I'm doing a new thing where I'm going to end the podcast with 5 things we're grateful for, because I need to be more grateful, or I just need to be more aware of what I'm grateful for. So we can each say 3. We'll do 6 things. So 3 things, or we can do 5 altogether that we're grateful that we're grateful for, that happened like either today, this week, or that is gonna happen this week. I'm grateful that I got to see Sam and that we went to literally the best sushi place, honestly, that I've ever had in any state. I'm not even kidding. And that might be controversial for me to say that the best sushi I've ever had is in Nebraska, but it's so fucking good. Okay, your turn.
I am grateful for my cat. The fact that I also got to see you too.
I'm grateful that the weather is getting a little bit windy, a little bit chilly. As much as I love the summer, I love a good breeze. I love a good shimmadang.
I'm grateful that I just got to go to Hawaii with my mom.
I'm grateful that I got to see my sister's best friend get married. I was tearing up because love always makes me cry. Like, literally, even seeing you and your boyfriend, and like, it makes me emotional. Guys, I've never been in love, and I've never really seen love, so when I see it, it makes me really emotional, because I'm like, wait, what? That's real? So I'm really glad I got to witness that. I feel honored.
I am grateful for all of the changes I've been making in my daily life. I have been trying to eat healthier and drink more water. Yeah.
Well, yay! I think we said 5 things, if I counted correctly.
I think it was like, yeah.
Maybe 6. Was that 5, 6? Something. But thank you guys for tuning in. I love you all. I'll see you guys next week. Yeah. Sober October is starting September 26th because I just got invited to go to a Kygo concert. We're going on a boat with these men. I've never met them, but my friend has met them. They're taking us on a yacht during the day, and then I guess we're going to the Kygo concert afterwards. Whatever that even entails, I'm unsure, but I'm really excited. I love Kygo, and I love boats, and I love men. So, thank you for tuning in. I love you all, and I will see you guys next week.